Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today, guys, is going to be a very interesting day because on Friday, before I left, I do my normal checks outside, check the cars, make sure everything's good. And I noticed something on the white Fiat 500. And it might mean the whole subframe's got to come back out and be changed. Yeah, it ain't good. It ain't good. I'll get into that later. Also, what we've got to do today is get the black Ford KA through the MOT this morning. So I'll go off and do that. I'll come back. Any advisories, we're going to get them done. I've got someone coming over this afternoon to have a look at that car, that black KA. So I want to make sure it's MOT'd and all any advisories done this morning. So we'll do that first. And then we'll move on to the Fiat 500. All that work that I did on that subframe could be for absolute nothing. Yeah, unbelievable. It is what it is. That's what you have to deal with when it comes to second-hand parts. It's just, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, let me go off. I'll come back. I'll bring the Ford KA in. I'll let you know. I'll show you the results, MOT. And then we'll move on. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre. So let me show you the results on this one. So there we go. Again, no advisories. It just shows you if you take the time to go all over the car and do things that you know that's gonna come up with an advisory, or you know that's gonna fail, do them. I'm always looking at these cars and always checking to make sure that if it's not 100%, and I think there's a slight suspicion that it's gonna be an advisory or fail on an MOT, I'm doing them before I take them in, because I just don't want that. I just want these cars to have a great MOT history record. And when a buyer is checking the MOT history, which they should do, it will come up with no advisories. And obviously I've got the paperwork to prove it anyway. But it's just really, really nice, guys, to get them through like this. Yeah, it's always been my way. Unless it's a really, really old car which got rust all over it and sort of stuff like that, then you don't really know. It's going to have to go through a pre-MOT check. But normally, when I'm going all over them, I always make sure that, you know, things get changed and things get checked and things get done before MOTs. It's just my way. It's not everyone's way. You know, some people that do salvage, other channels, they'll just... If it's got a car that's got a 6 months MOT left on the car, they will just sell it as that. But it's not my way. My way, new MOT with every single car. Even if it's got 11 months on it, I'm still going to do a new MOT. So yeah, that's that. Someone is going to be looking at this today at 3 o'clock. I will let you know what happens a little bit later if they drive it away and want to take it. It is a nice clean car, got to be honest. 2 keys, 63,000 miles. You know, there's not much, you know, that's going to go wrong with this one. You know, so we'll see what happens. You never know. They might not like it. They might like it. I don't know. So I will let you guys know later on. Anyway, right, let's move on to that Fiat 500. I'll get this out of the way, bring the Fiat 500 in, and I'll explain exactly what is going on with that car. And hopefully we can get it done pretty quick, because I've already spent a lot of time on it. I still want to do a lot of work on it. Let me get the car in and I'll explain everything, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So let's get into the problem that I've noticed on this car. So I done the subframe on the rear. I spent a couple of days doing it, didn't I? Ripping it down, cleaning it all up, painting it, replacing it. That was the old one. And I didn't. I've got to be honest. I did not notice this until Friday when I was looking at the car and checking over everything was secure and safe. And I thought, that wheel, that don't look straight. That wheel. And you can see that it's got like a little bit of a camber coming out that way, and it's got a little bit of a towing in on the other side. That's not straight. There's no way that is straight. That wheel. I don't know. I'm trying to get it on camera so you can see it. There's just no way. Look at this side. Look, straight. Perfect. That is perfect, that side. That's the way it should be. This side, not perfect, guys. That is not right. So, there's definitely a problem there. Now, I've already spoke to the guy. The guy that I got, the breakers that I got this beam off of, yeah? And it is a breakers. It ain't just someone down the road knocking out some parts off a car and trying to make a few quid off his driveway. That's not what this come from. This come from a proper breakers, registered. Yeah, it's got a proper site. It's all legit. Now, I've spoke to him and he's adamant, 100% adamant, that it's not the beam that is got an issue here. He said 100% this beam come off a car that was completely straight and was driving at the time. The car had a front end collision, not a rear collision. But he did say sometimes, you don't know, it might have hit a curb, and the hub on the on the rears, the hubs, they do bend. Now, he seems to think that it's this part here. Now, this is completely straight. I know it is. It was the other side that had the issue. And I looked at this side, and I've gone back on my videos, and I've checked my videos when I'm showing this car, when I picked it up, and when we've done the work. This side is completely straight, like the other side on that one. So, he's saying, the breakers, that this hub could have a little bit of a bend or twist, or this could be a little bit twisted a little bit, because if you twist this if any of this twists or buckles a little bit, it shows up massively on the wheel, because obviously the wheel is a bigger object and there's more. So if it's like this and it twists a little bit, the longer the object, the worse it's going to look. So it could be just this spline that's had a little bit of a knock on that. And he's saying to me, come down, I'll give you another hub, I'll give you a free hub, check it over, and then see if that has solved the issue. Now, we can actually use this one because I know this is straight, like I said. So I just need to whip this off, and then we need to strip that side down again, take all the brakes off. Everything's got to be stripped down again. I've even got to do the handbrake cable, just the back plate, the drum, everything's got to be taken back apart to see if that will swap over. I'm not sure. I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit sort of sceptical, and I'm a little bit like, I don't think it's going to work. I think he's going to have to replace the whole beam, which he did say he will do. If this doesn't work, he will replace the whole rear beam, because at the end of the day, he can't sell... even though it's a second-hand part, he still can't sell a faulty item to me. It has to be, he didn't sell it. He didn't sell it to me as it's got a bit of bow or twist on it. He didn't sell it to me like that. He sold it to me. You just put it straight in your car. It's straight, no issues. So give him his due. He is prepared to give me another one. So yeah. But that's where we are, guys. What an absolute pain. All that time. And hopefully, this this is going to solve it, but I just can't see it. I can't see it, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to try. So that's what we're going to do today as well. So let's get cracking, get it over on the ramp. We'll take it up, and I'll start stripping this corner down, and hopefully we can get this done today. Because at the end of the day, I've already done this once, so it should be a lot quicker. And if it comes to it, I'll just strip it all down, and I'll take the beam off, and I'll take it back to him and say, give me another one. The good thing about what I do is that I'm doing videos before and afterwards. So there's no getting around and away from the actual problem here if I'm showing it on videos before and afterwards, and during and all that sort of stuff. That's the actual good thing about doing all this, is I've got proof. So yeah, I don't think we're going to go down that route with him. I think he's all right. I think he's a nice guy. I've got many parts off him before. He's a great breakers. So yeah, there are good guys down there. So let's get cracking. That's enough waffling and explaining this car. Let's see if we can get it fixed. Let's do this. Right, okay, so this is the hub that come off there, and very difficult to see. Personally, I don't think that is the cause. I don't think that don't look bent at all to me, but it is very difficult to see it properly, but you can see it here. So if I show you, I think it's that beam there that's twisted. I think it's this here. Something here. Yeah. I think it's this, guys. I honestly do. I honestly think it's that. What an absolute nightmare. Proper joke, innit? Now the whole thing's got to come back off. I can't tell this side if that's the... That top piece definitely looks straighter than that. Definitely looks straighter than that. Oh my God. I just don't know. I really don't know. It's so hard to tell. It could be just a carrier, but it's this one piece. You can't just change that. Well, I just spoke to the breakers, No one's there today. They've had to go off and get a couple of cars, picked up a couple of cars. So he said, come back in the morning and show me what it is and what's happening, and show me some pictures and stuff. So I said, well, you can see it on my YouTube channel if you want tonight, because this will be up tonight. I'm gonna try and do what he says. Like I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's bent. Yeah, that's bent. That is sitting at an angle. That is definitely sitting at an angle. Oh, God. All right, well, you know, I might as well start stripping it down now, because there's no point. I'm just going to take it to him. Let's get it off, and let's take it to him tomorrow morning. And I'll show him. I could show him the bar. Okay. Well, you know, let's just start stripping it down. Let's do this. I'll set you up, guys. Let's get cracking. Right, okay, guys. So, yeah, that's the beam off. Actually, it didn't take that long, got to be honest. Now I knew, you know, what was going on and the bits and pieces. It doesn't really take that long to come off. It was pretty quick, so that's good. I'm getting used to getting these drums off now and stripping them down and sort of... Anyway, I can't laugh because it's still a massive issue here. I think I've worked out what it is, you know. Basically, I don't think that this actually has been hit or damaged in any way. I think it's straight. I think the carrier's straight, and the actual the beam is straight as well. I don't think there's an issue with that. What I think has happened is, let me show you down here. I'm just looking at things. I'm just trying to sort of suss it out, and I think I've sussed it, guys. Basically, that has rusted and corroded so much that it's lost. It's actually lost the plate that this sits against. And what's happened now? It's kicking it in, which is really screwing up the actual position of the wheel and the hub. If you look at this one, there's like a plate here, and that plate is the position of where the hub sits onto. Now this one, it's rusted and corroded away so much that when you put this on like that and it's fixed, you can see the gap there. See that gap where the bolt is? So if I was to hold this one on like this, it's supposed to be sitting roughly about there. Look at that gap there between the bolt and the back plate. It shouldn't be like that, and that's basically what's causing the wheel to sit at a different angle. That's what's causing it. It's nothing to do with the actual. He's the guy that is correct. It probably hasn't been an accident, but this is the reason. This is the reason why it's not sitting right, because that has corroded and rusted away. Oh, what a nightmare! But you can see the difference in the two. You see the difference in the two. There should be this plate in here. What this sits against, and then it will sit flush. And this one actually come off of there. So that is definitely at fault. You know, and I'm not sort of going to go down the route of trying to put spacers, trying to sort of get it leveled up. It's just I'm not doing it. I want to, if I've bought a main subframe rear beam, I want to make sure that it is, you know, right and it's complete and there's no issues. So all I've really got to do is take these two beams down to him, show him what I found, and then he can then go, yeah, you're probably right. It probably don't just need a hub, like he was saying. Even if it's just a hub, it ain't just a hub. Not unless this backing plate as well was corroded on the original one. Where's the original one? Let me have a look. No, that hasn't corroded away, so that don't really matter. These don't look like they're corroded away either. Let me just... Oh, what a nightmare this is, eh? What a nightmare. Hopefully, you know, this is going to be resolved when I go and see him tomorrow. How does that fit? Like that. Yeah, you can see it like straight away. Look at that. Look, hold on. See, this is the original one. This is the original one, right? And you can see that this bolt is sitting flush. On the back there like that. Yeah, look at that. That's the way it should be sitting. And look at that gap. Oh, how mad is that? Even if you sit it flush there, look at that gap there. Yeah, it's all over the place. That's what's doing it. That's what's doing it. Definitely what's doing it. Look how thick that plate is there. Look, you can see it's all there. Apart from the surface rust that's coming off the paintwork, the actual... God, look how much has come away there as well. Look in there. You see it in there? Sorry, guys. Someone come to the door, so I had to stop quickly. Yeah, so look, this is what I'm saying. Look at the actual corrosion inside there is completely missing compared to there. Look how like nice and flush and thick that is here. This is the problem here. This is yeah, this is the problem. That's definitely the problem. And as soon as it corrodes and rusts away like this on here, it takes the wheel in. That is unbelievable. Yeah, there's no question about that, guys. I'm taking them both down here, and he can replace it. Definitely replace it. I hope he's got another one, because he was scrapping around for this one, I think. Oh, God. Anyway, guys, listen, I've got to leave it there. I can't do anything else. Yeah, we'll have to resume this tomorrow. So that's going to be a really short video today, but I had to show you what was going on, and we had to take it back off. So there we go. Right, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope I've come up. I hope I found the problem here. I think that is. There's no other reason why that could be like that. So, but it just shows you a little bit of corrosion, a little bit of rust makes that wheel sort of completely wrong and out. And that's exactly what was doing it. So, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. We'll come back to this tomorrow, and hopefully we can get this resolved, and hopefully it will be straight the second time around. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.